Hi, it's Dwyer. DwyerBoxingNews.com. GamblersAdvisory.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. We're all trying to make sense of the terrible tragedy, the acts of terrorism that took place at the end of the Boston Marathon. But I feel a need to correct a misimpression that right now has hit the airwaves and is all over the mainstream media. They're calling the 26-year-old terrorist a boxer. Right? Now, no doubt this 26-year-old had an undue influence on his younger 19-year-old brother. Right? And no doubt a lot of people are reaching for some kind of fact, some kind of information that will help them understand what these guys were thinking. I'm very worried, though, that the little information we have on the 26-year-old has people believing that somehow he was involved in professional boxing. He wasn't. Take a look at boxrec.com. If he used his name, understand this 26-year-old had no professional fights. None. Zero. Zip. Nada. Right? Understand, too, that at 26, he would be 4 years older than Saul Alvarez, the champ at 154 pounds. In fact, he'd be older than many of the champions in boxing. He would be expected to be in the middle of his career, especially since he's been living in the United States, right? Not Cuba, not an Eastern European country, right? But the United States for at least the last year. So I question media reports. I see no evidence online in my informal research to suggest that this guy was anything other than, at best, a recreational boxer. In other words, this would be like looking at Muhammad Atta's past, seeing that he used to play basketball at the local Y, and then calling him a basketball player, right? No one should infer that the sport of boxing helped mold in any way, shape, or form how this warped, depraved terrorist thought or acted, right? In fact, his association with the sport should be questioned because there might not even be an association. Calling someone a boxer is something you do when you're talking about a Saul Alvarez, a Klitschko, a Floyd Mayweather. They're boxers, right? Guys like this with no professional fights, and we know of no amateur fights, shouldn't be confused with actual enthusiasts of the sport, right? Yes, I'm being protective of boxing. Yes, I love the sport. Yes, I have an agenda. But understand, part of that agenda is to make sure that the information that's being bandied about the mainstream press about the sport is accurate. And here, I don't believe it is. To YouTube Nation, if any of you find any information about this terrorist being involved in any professional boxing matches or even having an amateur career, I hope you leave that information in the comment section to this video. Understand, this gentleman was 26 years old, right? 26. And so there should be some kind of resume on his boxing activities. If there is not, then I believe the mainstream media is doing the sport a disservice by linking someone so horrible to the sweet science. Thanks for watching.